Imagine a world without the iPhone, the MacBook, or the Apple Watch. Hard to picture, isn't it? Now let's take a moment to reflect on the profound impact Apple has had on our daily lives. From revolutionizing the way we communicate, to reshaping the world of entertainment and redefining the boundaries of design and technology, Apple's influence is undeniable. But here's a little-known fact that might blow your mind. There was a time when this tech giant was teetering on the edge of bankruptcy. Yes, you heard it right. Apple, the beacon of innovation and style, once found itself in deep financial trouble, so much so that its existence was threatened. And guess who came to the rescue? Who offered the lifeline that kept Apple afloat in its darkest hour? The answer might surprise you. Ironically, the savior was none other than its biggest competitor, Microsoft. To fully grasp the weight of this story, we must first travel back to the mid-1990s. It was a time of uncertainty and turmoil for Apple. The company, once a herald of innovation and a beacon for personal computing, was grappling with a series of missteps that had put it on rocky ground. Picture this, a tech giant, a household name, teetering on the edge of oblivion. The company was dealing with a myriad of problems. First, there was a lack of clear vision and strategy. Apple had lost its innovative edge, its products were not standing out in the market, and they were being overshadowed by a burgeoning Microsoft and its Windows operating system. Then, there was the financial turmoil. Apple was bleeding money. It had posted a loss of over $1 billion in the fiscal year of 1996 alone. A figure that not only raised eyebrows but also sounded alarm bells. The company was spiraling into a financial abyss, and bankruptcy seemed like a real possibility. But perhaps the most significant issue was the absence of the company's charismatic co-founder, Steve Jobs. Jobs had left Apple in 1985 following a power struggle. His departure had left a void that Apple struggled to fill. However, in a twist of fate, Jobs returned to Apple in 1997 through the acquisition of his company, Next. His return sparked a glimmer of hope. Jobs was known for his visionary thinking and his ability to turn ideas into marketable products. But even with Jobs back at the helm, Apple's situation was dire. The company's stock was at an all-time low. It had a shrinking market share, and competitors were circling like vultures. Apple was in desperate need of a lifeline, a miracle, something to pull it back from the precipice. Apple was on the brink of extinction, but a surprising twist of events was about to unfold. The story of Apple's comeback is a tale of resilience, innovation, and an unlikely alliance. But that's a story for the next scene. For now, let's just say, the phoenix was about to rise from the ashes. In August 1997 at the Macworld Expo, a surprising announcement shook the tech world. Picture this, the stage was set for a regular tech convention, but what unfolded was far from ordinary. Microsoft, the tech giant, announced a colossal investment of $150 million in Apple. Yes, you heard that right. Microsoft decided to invest in its arch-rival, Apple, at a time when the latter was on the brink of bankruptcy. The audience at the Macworld Expo and the entire tech world were taken aback. For a moment, the convention hall was engulfed in a deafening silence, as if time had stopped. Then came the murmurs, the gasps, and finally the applause. The news spread like wildfire, making headlines worldwide. The reactions were diverse, to say the least. For some, it was a bold move by Microsoft, a testament to their strategic thinking. Others saw it as a desperate attempt by Apple to stay afloat. Still, others couldn't help but wonder if this was the beginning of the end for Apple, the company that had once revolutionized personal computing. It's essential to understand that this was not just any investment. It was a lifeline thrown to a drowning rival. Microsoft's move was not purely altruistic, though. They had their interests at heart. Microsoft's survival and success were, in many ways, tied to Apple's. If Apple had gone under, Microsoft could have faced antitrust lawsuits and a lack of competition that could have stifled innovation. The tech world watched in anticipation as the unexpected alliance between Microsoft and Apple unfolded. Many questions lingered. Would this be the lifeline Apple needed to come back from the brink? Or would this mark the end of Apple as an independent innovator? Only time would tell. So there it was, Microsoft, extending a lifeline to its biggest rival. But what did this deal mean for both companies? Well, let's break it down. The agreement, inked in 1997, had several key components. First, Microsoft committed to continue developing its popular Office suite for Mac. This was crucial because it meant Mac users could still access essential productivity tools like Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. The commitment also signaled to the tech world that Microsoft believed in Apple's future, which was a big deal at the time. For Apple, Microsoft's pledge was more than just a vote of confidence. It was a lifeline. It meant they could keep their user base satisfied while they focused on rebuilding their brand and developing innovative products. This was a key factor in Apple's resurrection from the brink of bankruptcy. On the flip side, Microsoft didn't just make this commitment out of the kindness of their hearts. There was a strategic element at play. As part of the deal, Apple agreed to make Microsoft's Internet Explorer the default web browser on all Mac computers. This gave Microsoft a significant foothold in the browser market, which at the time was dominated by Netscape Navigator. Moreover, Microsoft's investment in Apple was a shrewd business move. It helped to keep a key competitor afloat, ensuring the tech giant wouldn't face antitrust issues. And let's not forget, it also allowed Microsoft to continue profiting from its software sales to Mac users. So the deal was a masterstroke. It was a strategic chess move that allowed both companies to benefit. Microsoft gained an edge in the browser wars, and Apple got the much-needed support to keep their heads above water. Even more than that, it set the stage for a new era of competition and collaboration between the two tech giants, shaping the landscape of the technology industry as we know it today. It was a win-win situation, a lifeline for Apple and a strategic move for Microsoft. With Microsoft's investment, Apple began its journey back from the brink. The much-needed cash injection and the renewed sense of purpose gave Apple the push it needed to innovate and create. It was almost as if Apple had been given a second chance at life, and it wasn't about to let it go to waste. In the following years, Apple embarked on a series of product launches that not only reclaimed its lost glory, but also redefined the tech industry. The first of these was the iMac in 1998. With its unique design and user-friendly interface, the iMac was a hit, breathing new life into the somewhat stagnant personal computer market. But Apple didn't stop there. They continued to innovate and challenge the status quo. In 2001, they launched the iPod, a portable music player that changed the way we listen to music. The iPod's success was followed by the launch of the iPhone in 2007, a device that revolutionized the smartphone market and set new standards for mobile technology. The iPad, released in 2010, further consolidated Apple's position as a leader in innovative technology. Each of these products was not just successful in its own right, but they also contributed to the overall growth of Apple, propelling it to become one of the world's most valuable companies. Today, Apple is far from the company that was once on the brink of bankruptcy. It's a testament to the power of innovation, resilience, and strategic alliances. It's a story of a phoenix that rose from the ashes, stronger and more powerful than ever. And as they say, the rest is history. Microsoft's unlikely lifeline enabled Apple to rise from the ashes and transform into the tech titan we know today. So, what's the takeaway from this surprising piece of tech history? Well, it goes to show that even in the fiercely competitive tech industry, strategic alliances can be a game changer. This unexpected alliance between Microsoft and Apple, two of the biggest rivals in the industry, not only saved Apple from the brink of bankruptcy, but also played a key role in Microsoft's continued success. The deal was a win-win. It gave Apple the financial lifeline it desperately needed, while Microsoft gained a valuable ally and secured its place in a more diverse marketplace. And let's not forget the ripple effect this had on the tech industry as a whole. It fostered an environment of competition and collaboration, pushing the boundaries of innovation and leading to the creation of products and technologies we couldn't have imagined. In the unpredictable world of tech, sometimes your biggest rival can turn out to be your most unexpected savior.